What's going on, everyone? It's Jamie here from Shopify Masterclass, and today we're going to be looking at how you can make money with your Shopify store. Now, this video isn't going to be focusing on the tactics part, so how to create different ads, or how to write a blog, or anything along those lines. Rather, it's going to focus on the fundamentals of making sure you're making profit on your store. There's a formula here that is used by almost every successful e-commerce merchant, and it's something I'm going to share with you today. And I think it's a really great framework for deciding everything you do with your Shopify store. And it's one that many Shopify store owners don't take into consideration. And so if you use the analogy of a tree here, we're starting at the base of the structure rather than going into the branches. Now, before I dive into all that, I first want to thank our sponsor, Profit Calc, the one-click profit calculator app available on the Shopify App Store. It comes with a 15-day free trial, and there's a link in the description below. I also want to show a quick video giving you more detail.
Are you a Shopify business owner who spends hours doing your accounting? Have messy spreadsheets kept you from growing your business? Discover Profit Calc, the affordable and easy to set up Shopify app that crunches your numbers in just one click. It automatically syncs with all your accounts and expenses to calculate your profit, displaying everything in an easy-to-read dashboard so you understand your business in real time. Start for free on the Shopify App Store today.
So overall, this video is not going to teach you a bunch of different tactics on how you can save money or how you can start generating sales with Facebook ads. Is we want to take the example of a tree here. So if you're beginning on your Shopify journey, you can't go to the tail end of the branches here and start implementing those tactics without understanding the base. So you need to build your base knowledge around Shopify. At the bottom, also how e-commerce works and how you can actually start generating meaningful profit rather than just top line revenue. And so we're going to start with this base formula here, and that's going to lead it into a bunch of different things around specific knowledge around scaling different ad categories, using different PPC platforms, creating your email marketing. Those all exist after the base understanding has been set. And so this video is going to cover the base understanding part. Now, before I dive into the overall framework, I first want to thank our sponsor, Profit Calc, the one-click profit calculator app available on the Shopify App Store. It's going to allow you to skip the spreadsheets and get back to growing your store with real-time calculations. Now, there's a link in the description below to access a 15-day free trial. I'm going to show a quick video that goes into more depth. Now let's dive into the overall framework here that's going to help determine the success and help you earn more money with your Shopify store. And overall, it's not a complicated framework. It's simply frequency times customers times the average order value is going to determine how profitable you are. Now, let's first dive into frequency here on the left. That's simply going to be the number of times a customer comes back and purchases from your store. If you only have customers coming in once to buy a $15, a $20 product, it's going to be very hard to be profitable, as each time you're going to have to come back and pay for a brand new customer. But if you can build a relationship with your customer, especially a long-term one, you can get them coming back to your brand over and over again. Maybe it's a nudge through email marketing. Maybe they're coming back on their own accord. You're not going to have to pay to acquire them each and every time. I've seen ranges that it costs 5 to 25 times more money to acquire a customer than it is to sell to an existing one. So just optimizing frequency alone is going to be amazing there. Now, if you want to go into tactics, it could be things just as emailing your customers after 30 to 60 days, asking them about the product, or asking them to purchase more. It could be retargeting your highest value customers with different email campaigns. It could be retargeting campaigns through platforms such as Facebook. There's a ton of things you can do, but those are just a few examples. So the next part is going to be the customers part. So how many customers are you bringing into your brand and how many are purchasing from you? This is the one that's the easiest to get focused on. It's how do I spend more money on ads to get more customers to purchase from me? Say if you just split this into time frequencies, people would probably spend 10% on the first one and 80% on the second one here, as it's such an easy one to focus on to say, hey, we just need more customers, then we can start generating more money. What people don't really realize is that it's probably more expensive to acquire that next customer than it was before. You really see this with brands that are scaling, or if you're trying to advertise a product on Facebook that has already been exhausted. Someone has scaled that to the max, and they've gotten as many people who are willing to buy that product to purchase it already. So it's going to be way more expensive for you to acquire that next customer. It's all getting worse too, compounded by the fact that ad platforms are getting even more expensive. So the last part to this formula is going to be your average order value. So it's going to be how much a customer is purchasing every single time they come to your brand. Because if we go back to that point that it's expensive to acquire a customer, you want a customer purchasing as much as possible in one order. You can do that through upsells, cross sells, downsells. You can increase things through frequently bought together. But the point is you want them to be purchasing more than just one item typically, unless you have a crazy high profit margin and your products are super expensive. So tons of different strategies here to increase your average order value. And there are a lot of apps on the App Store. One of the easiest ones to implement is just an upsell app that's going to say, hey, you purchase your product, you can have that dopamine spike of, hey, I purchased a product, I'm happy about it, I'm excited about them. That's the best time to then ask them again to purchase something else. It could be a more expensive version, it could be something related to it. That's up to you how you want to do that, but many merchants do it as it makes them more profitable. So let's go back to the base tree analogy again here. So this formula is going to determine everything else you do, and you want to make sure you're splitting your time evenly between frequency, customer acquisition, and increasing your average order value. So again, these are the 3 things you need to be profitable with your Shopify store. That's going to be frequency times the number of customers times the average order value. So just like that, that's going to conclude the video here on how to make money with Shopify. We went over the base tree knowledge section here rather than looking at the branches. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it so much if you hit that like and subscribe button below. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Lastly, I want to mention our sponsor, Profit Calc again, the one-click profit calculator app available on the Shopify App Store. It comes with a 15-day free trial, and there's a link in the description below to access that there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.